Good morning and welcome to all who may be joining me for this Lenten Art Meditation drawing on the selections of the wonderful Sister Wendy Beckett contained in her book, The Art of Lent. And for this Holy Week, appropriately enough, the overall theme is love. Today's sub-theme is drawn from this wonderful painting by Thomas Gainsborough. The sub-theme is Chasing the Butterfly, and it takes its name from the title of this painting, the commonly attributed title of this painting, Chasing the Butterfly, painted in around 1775, 1776 by Thomas Gainsborough. And I can only say that the image that I'm sharing with you today doesn't capture the colours quite of the original painting, which is in the National Gallery, but nonetheless I adore this painting. I adore so many details in it. I love the way in which the girl on the left of the painting is reaching out for that butterfly, the intent on her face, the absolute longing for the beauty and the dance that the butterfly contains, the interest on the other girl's face. She too is absorbed, and yet I'm so touched, and maybe this is just a sign of how deprived I am of human contact at the moment. But there's something immensely affecting about the way they hold hands as they skip through this scene, this image of sisterhood, of relationship, of innocence, and of course all that concept of chasing the butterfly can capture. Sister Wendy writes this: parental love is potentially its purest form and may be the most painful. Gainsborough, whose marriage was unhappy, adored his two daughters, whom he called Molly and the Captain. Their mother's flawed psyche was inherited by both girls, and their father agonized over them all his life. Neither was to know happiness, and his many pictures of them show a sad foreknowledge of this. And perhaps there is something of pathos in this image, that once we move beyond the tenderness of their connection, perhaps we see in this very image of chasing after beauty, after the impermanent, the transformative, which of course these are things which the butterfly symbolizes. After chasing after all of that, they will find that these things are out of reach. We cannot know whether Gainsborough knew at this very early stage of his daughters' lives that whether their lives were going to be fulfilled or not. One suspects not, of course, but there is a sadness and a hauntingness in this painting. And it is the case that Gainsborough painted them repeatedly, and we do see a kind of unfolding pathos and sadness in the images which he paints of them. Sister Wendy adds this: to leave those we love their independence, to accept that we cannot make their choices for them, that they cannot live by our hard-earned experience. This is part of love. We have to allow those dear to us to chase the butterfly, however convinced we are that it is uncatchable. We can never give the butterfly of happiness to another. Each must catch it alone. For some, it will be ever elusive. And love must work within that painful understanding. I do hope that each of us, when we look on a painting like this, know both that a longing for fulfillment, have come to a mature understanding of the ways in which, even as we might have achievements in this life, they are temporary, but at the same time that we will know love, and that we will know, whether as parents or as children, that there is, if love is to be love, there is a kind of letting go, which gives people permission to find their own paths in life, acknowledging that sometimes those whom we love will take turns which we wish they would not. But sometimes it is only in that freedom and that letting go that people become who God wishes them to be. This Holy Week, we travel with Christ towards the cross. One cannot imagine that his mother Mary or his Father in heaven wish the catastrophe, the agony of the cross on him, and would spare him that time of trial. Yet we know that it is along that path that lies the fullness of life, the promise of resurrection, the hope of the new day. May we be people who let others be themselves. Let others be called as they are and for who they are. And may we too know the freedom to chase after the butterfly of love, hope, and happiness. Thank you for joining me once again for this very short time of meditation. I do hope you're able to join me again tomorrow for our next Lenten meditation. That will be at 9 a.m. live. I do hope you can join me then. Whether you can or not, may you have a happy, holy, and rich day.